Like many of you, I have a lot of questions when it comes to cryptocurrency. What is Dogecoin and Bitcoin? Now, I'm just starting to understand kind of how all that works and what that is. But another question I have is, and I'm sure many of you do as well, is will it be the new one world currency? That's a great question, because even the people that created and are promoting Dogecoin are saying they desire this to be the new one world currency. So what is this? Is it the one world currency when it comes to biblical end times? Well, let's just start by saying it's the very first currency to not have a government or a leader or religious or symbolic anything on it other than precious metals like bullion, gold, and silver. So if there was going to be a one world currency, it'd really kind of be down to Dogecoin and Bitcoin or silver and gold. Obviously, silver and gold is not going to be the world currency. There's just not enough silver or gold on the planet to allow for people to have pockets of that stuff, and nobody's going to carry around silver and gold. So Bitcoin and Dogecoin makes the most sense to me. Now, is it a biblical thing? Well, let's just start by saying, when it comes to biblical things, is that nowhere in the Bible does it say that in the end times there will be a one world currency. There's not a single scripture on it. And Jesus, when he talked about the end times, never spoke of money. Really, the only time he ever talked about money is when he held up the coin and kind of referenced give to Caesar what is Caesar and to God what is God's. But there's no mention of it. There's no mention of it from any of the prophets at all, as a matter of fact. The only thing that most people then kind of will turn to and say there's going to be a one world currency in the end times is in Revelation 13, when they're talking about the beast of the earth or the beast of the land, and we happen to be in that section in the End of Time series. If you haven't checked that out, I'm going to put that link below. We are in chapter 13 right now. We're going through the book of Revelation verse by verse. But that reference, what people then refer to is, if you look at Revelation 13:16, it says, "And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name." Ultimately, what they're saying is there's going to be some sort of mark that you're going to have on your hand or your forehead, and it's going to be a representation of the Antichrist, and you can't buy or sell anything without it. Is the only description it really gives of what this mark is that you have to get it, and you can't buy or sell anything. Now, there's a lot of things going around talking about like a vaccine being the mark of the beast, but I would be more afraid of this, because the verses in chapter 13 specifically talk about buying, selling, and trading. Not about traveling or going to school or being allowed in restaurants, or it doesn't say anything like that. It's buying and selling. It's something to do with money. It's a mark that allows you to conduct commerce around the world, is what it's allowing you to do. Not travel or, again, get into colleges or be able to go to Hawaii or that kind of thing. It's not that. What it is it's something that allows you to simply buy or sell, is really the only description, and that's why people then say there'll be this one world currency. Now, whether or not that means that, we got a lot more digging to do through chapter 13, but what I will say is, if there is going to be a one world currency, obviously Dogecoin and Bitcoin are going to be the most logical players in that right now, and I do believe we are in the end times. Again, check out our End of Time series, the link's below. But there has never been on the planet any currency that didn't have some sort of a symbol on it. It really, including MasterCard, Visa, there's still symbolic things on those cards. So this kind of makes the most sense if there is going to be a one world currency. In addition, major cities around the country are no longer accepting cash. On top of many countries around the world are not taking cash right now. Cash is going to kind of go away, and it may really be that your only options to buy, sell, or trade are going to be cryptocurrency, credit, or silver and gold. Maybe your only options here soon. So love to hear your thoughts on all that. We did make a video on U.S. cities not taking cash. We'll put that link here as well. So if you have any thoughts on cryptocurrency being the one world currency, put it in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel through Patreon, that link is below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests. Never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.